All right, today we're going to talk about something super important for any serious drone pilot in Canada, unlocking the skies and going pro with the advanced exam. We're going to break down exactly what it takes. Let's jump right in.
So, have you ever been out with your drone, ready for that perfect shot, only to realize you're just stuck, boxed in by the basic rules? If that sounds familiar, then stick around because we're about to show you how to unlock a whole new world of flight freedom.
And this right here really says it all. Look at the difference. With a basic certificate, you're always on the outside looking in. You got to stay away from airports, away from people, and in uncontrolled airspace. But with an advanced ticket, suddenly you can operate near airports, fly over bystanders, with the right drone of course, and get into that coveted controlled airspace. It is a total game changer.
Now, here's something you've got to understand about the Canadian system. It's not about flying for fun versus flying for work. Nope. It's all about one thing: operational risk. The more complex or risky your flight is, the higher the level of certification you need. Simple as that. First, let's get the lingo right. Transport Canada doesn't just say drone. They use the term RPA, which stands for Remotely Piloted Aircraft. And this isn't just them being fancy. It's a whole mindset shift. It means you're not just flying a drone, you're responsible for the entire system, the aircraft, whatever it's carrying, and the controller in your hands. You're an aircraft system manager. Okay, another hugely important word: bystander. It seems simple, right? It's anyone who isn't actually part of your flight crew. But why does it matter so much? Well, almost all the cool stuff you get to do with an advanced certificate, like flying in cities or near events, it all hinges on you understanding exactly who is a bystander and how to keep them safe. And now, the big one: controlled airspace. The easiest way to think about it is like the sky's major highways. It's the busy airspace around airports, managed by air traffic control. Getting permission to fly here is probably the single biggest perk of earning that advanced certificate. And what's really cool is that the rules are always getting better. Starting in late 2025, advanced pilots get even more awesome abilities. You'll have what's called sheltered operations, which means you can fly behind a building without needing a spotter. And get this: extended visual line of sight lets you fly almost 4 kilometers away, as long as you have a spotter keeping their eyes on the drone. How cool is that? So, you want all these new powers? Well, it all starts with passing the knowledge exam. But don't think of it as just memorizing a list of boring topics. These 8 subjects are the actual foundation that every single professional pilot needs to fly safely in Canadian airspace. And if you're wondering where to start studying, this chart tells you everything. Just look at that massive slice for airline procedures. We're talking 14 out of the 50 questions. The message here is crystal clear. If you want to pass this thing, you have to know Canadian aviation regulations inside and out, period. And really, that gets to the heart of it. This exam forces you to make a really fundamental shift. You have to stop thinking like a hobbyist who just happens to own a drone and start thinking like a real aviator who shares the sky with airplanes, with helicopters, and with a whole complex system of rules. So to break it down, these are the heavy hitters. Air law, we already know, is number 1. But you also have to get really good at navigation and airport charts, flight operations and reading NOTAMs, human factors like knowing when you're too tired to fly, and, of course, understanding the weather. These are the absolute pillars of your study plan. Okay, so you know what you need to study, but what's the test actually like? Let's pull back the curtain and take a look, so there are absolutely no surprises on the day. Here are the vital stats. It's all online, 50 multiple choice questions, and you've got exactly 1 hour, 60 minutes to get it done. But look at that last line. It's open book. And that right there is the key to your entire strategy. And here is the magic number you're aiming for: 80%. That's a high bar for sure, and it reflects the big responsibility you're taking on, but it is totally 100% achievable if you have the right plan. Now, this is super important, so listen up. Passing that online exam, that's just step 1. It's a huge deal, don't get me wrong, but it's not the end of the road. To officially get your certificate, you also have to go out and pass an in-person flight review with a certified instructor to prove you've got the practical skills to back up the book smarts. All right, let's get tactical. Knowing the rules of the game is one thing, but having a strategy to win is something else entirely. So here are the tools and tips you need to build your flight plan for success. This quote absolutely nails it. Don't let open book fool you into thinking it's easy. You only have 60 minutes, which is just over a minute per question. It's a race against the clock.
This exam is testing how fast you can find and apply the right information, not just what you've memorized.
So, how do you manage that precious time? I recommend the 3-list strategy. While you're in the exam, sort questions into 3 lists. The baffled list is for the really hard ones you skip and save for the end. The checklist is for ones you're pretty sure about but want to give a quick second look. And the study list, that's for any terms you had to look up so you can review them later. It keeps you moving forward and totally organized.
Before you even think about clicking that start button, get your digital toolkit ready. That means you need the official Aeronautical Information Manual, the AIM, open as a PDF. Get really good with that search function, Control+F or Command+F, because being able to find keywords instantly will save you so much time.
And here's a fantastic piece of motivation for you. Unlike some other systems out there, you do not need to get a basic certificate first. If you've put in the work, done the studying, and you feel ready, you can go straight for the advanced exam right from day one.
So that's the whole journey. It's really a transformation, right? You go from being held back by flight restrictions to being empowered by making your own flight plans. The path is challenging, yeah, but it's also clear. It's structured, and it is absolutely within your reach.
All the knowledge is out there, and all that freedom is just waiting for you. So the only real question left is, are you ready to take that next step and unlock the skies?